I'm off on a flat century ride this morning, looping out into Essex. Went out from Big Ben to Whitechapel, getting out towards Mile End, trying to do the flattest 100-mile route that I could possibly find. And as I ride, I'm going to talk about training for LEL, because I'm recording this at the beginning of May. LEL is almost exactly 12 weeks away now. It's getting a bit real. So I'm going to say something about my training ideas for LEL, what I've been trying so far, what I think's been going well, what's been going not so well, what I hope to achieve as well. But first of all, something about the route. What was it? Whitechapel, Forest Gate, heading out towards Essex. There's an easterly wind this morning which works quite well. It's on my face at the moment. It's nice, isn't it? And the flattest possible century route. There we go, that's just crossing the M25. So out in the countryside now. So it's May the 8th, Sunday morning. 12 weeks to go to the start of LEL. I'm getting so scared about it, I couldn't sleep the other night. Just lying there worrying. Trying to make mental lists of things to get right and things not to get wrong and stuff. So some basic facts about LEL. It's 1,500 kilometers. That's kind of it, really, isn't it? I'm 53 years old. Never done anything like it. The quick guys they'll be going for a total elapsed time of less than 100 hours, 80s and 90s. Some will do it much quicker than that. At the moment I've decided not to set myself a time goal, because I've no idea what it would be anyway. I've no idea how to set anything remotely realistic. The first is to finish. The second, which seems a bit ambitious, is to enjoy as much of it as I can. That's my goal. The majority of it will be long, slow suffering, but if I could make 10-20% of it enjoyable, that'd be a bit of a win, wouldn't it? Horse chestnut trees are looking fantastic today. Can you get that one behind me? It's been so dry for so long, you know. We've got this area of high pressure over us. I suppose it's that's bringing the easterly wind. Blue sky. That's why I went out looking for a really flat route today. Because obviously LEL's going to be a massive fat burner. It's all going to be level 1, level 2. my approach to training for it is that you have to train all the levels. If I just go out and do long rides, I'll just make myself tired. I'll get very, very little bang for my buck. So the last few days I've been on the turbo. Well, I always use the turbo anyway, but trying to step up the frequency and consistency. So I've been level 4, level 5 the last few days. Oh, hold on, sorry, I was supposed to make a turn there. This pretty house. Hang on, just going to turn around. Left to Good Easter, it's a nice name. Yeah, so I've been doing level 4 and level 5 on the turbo. So the thinking behind today is to accrue as many hours as possible in level 2, level 3, high level 2 probably. Chugging. Train the fat burning system. London-Milan was good for that, but COVID knocked a bit of a hole in my plans, although I'm coming back from that now. Another thing is that in 1500 kilometers, the number of problems that have to be overcome, the number of problems that have to be overcome is going to be absolutely immense. Starting with the most obvious. Oh, this one, a fly. Oh gosh, I can feel it in my throat. It's rather timely, wasn't it? Because something about problems that need to be overcome. Many of which will not be foreseeable. Well, no, okay, it's foreseeable that there will be unforeseeable things happening. Hang on, I've got to have a drink. Starting with the most obvious, don't injure yourself. It's got to be my top priority for the next 3 months. Avoid injury. Don't smash the bike up. Avoid mechanical problems. Everything has to be 100% reliable. Tried and tested, nothing new. Everything's got to work. Hopefully smoothly. So I want to do a really good mix of high aerobic stuff, level 4, level 5, but also, oh, this is nice, isn't it? Oh, can you see the stream? Mill pond. What's it saying? Oh yeah, not all big long rides, the problems that need to be sorted once you've avoided injury and mechanicals, then I reckon you can divide the remaining problems into 2 categories. It's going to be the physical problems and the psychological problems. I think it's the psychological ones going to be the most interesting, most difficult. Stuff around motivation and morale in particular, I guess. This is Felsted. And I'm a bit worried that I'm quite low in my training on rides that are gonna give me that mental toughness. I need more of that. So I think my training is really low on stuff that's going to give me mental toughness. I think that's a real problem I've got at the moment. Last weekend I did London-Cardiff, and at the time I was thinking, oh yeah, this is nice, this is a 300, make sure I can do that, get that in the legs and all of that. But in retrospect, I don't think it was that helpful, because the weather was lovely, it was like this. It's really just a pleasurable long day ride. So okay, I can do 300, but LEL is 5 of them consecutively. That's a different beast. The other problem is trying to balance all the training, because big rides like that really take it out of me. They're difficult to recover from, so you can't do them all the time even if you wanted to. I've turned round now actually. Well, not turned round, I'm doing a loop, but I'm just over 100. Got 58 to go. Another thing about those long rides is that makes it pretty much impossible to keep your training consistent. By which I mean, you've got to have this kind of incremental increase all the time. It's got to be really consistent, I think. Especially at my age. I've mentioned that I use TSS and train with power and power levels and that. I know lots of people use Training Peaks, which I'm sure is really good. I happen to use Golden Cheetah. It's the same kind of thing, I'm sure. I like it because it's free. It's open source. And it's obviously made by nerds, cycling nerds and IT nerds. It's brilliant, it's absolutely brilliant. There's another chart on Golden Cheetah. I imagine Strava, Training Peaks have the same, but I haven't actually looked. It shows you your distribution of training time over the different power levels. So I'm keeping an eye on that, because I think one mistake I've made in the past I've been slavish about the CTL and been trying to drive it up. And because I don't have much time, because I've got to squeeze stuff into weekends and round work and all the rest of it, I've been going too high on the power levels. So I was doing lots of time at level 4. Sure enough, I got a very high chronic training load. Carried about 120 or 150 for 6 months, I think. This was not recently, by the way. Anyway, what am I saying? Oh yeah, so that's what's behind my thinking in not targeting CTL. I'll start LEL with whatever CTL I've got. I'm not going to obsess about that. It's more about the incremental increase, the ramp rate. 5% would be perfect. Coming back into town now by Eagle Pond, if you know that. been coming back through Hackney for a little while, but I haven't had the camera out because the traffic's been so bad. It's such a lovely day. Lots of people sitting outside pubs. Well, there we go. Shaftesbury Avenue on a sunny Sunday afternoon. It's looking busy again. There's the customary Big Ben shot. Just so you know you're on London Centuries.